Hi, folks, and welcome to Attica Armory. I was recently approached by one of the members at our gun club who had purchased some body armor. I guess you could call this a bulletproof shield from eBay, and I guess they were a little skeptical of it once they received it, and they asked me to do some testing and maybe do a little video about it. So I figured, why not? We might as well oblige. Now, at first glance, this appears that it might be actually a legitimate product, so I kind of wanted to give it a fair shot and a fair shake. It looks like probably a piece of 1/4-inch AR500 steel with some handles and an armrest that have been probably brazed on here, not likely a full weld, but an actual braze, which is a lower temperature type of welding technique. Now, down here in the description area of this posting, we can see the various sizes and measurements. We found the dimensions to be, reasonably accurate. We didn't see any issues there. The thickness of the steel was also accurate. Didn't notice any issues there. Now, here is a technical description, I guess you could say. This bulletproof, now that's some sketchy terminology right there, folks. Nobody calls anything bulletproof anymore, at least not anybody that's legitimate in the industry. They might say bullet resistant, they might call it a ballistic shield, but there is no such thing as bulletproof. So that's a little bit concerning, but let's move on here. They're saying that it's laser cut AR500 steel plates and welded with a steel tube handle and an armrest. And here it's saying that the 6mm or 1/4-inch version is heavy at 14 pounds 8 ounces. I'm guessing, that's for the 20-inch by 12-inch size, and it's claimed to be a level 3 that stops rifle shoots. I guess that's probably supposed to be rifle shots. Anyway, they also say, "We made these in our shop for our family and friends. Now we made more for sale. We think this is very useful in a situation that you need to pull out a gun to meet an intruder in a hurry." Okay, fair enough. We're going to go ahead and take this out to the range and give it a full test. And I got to tell you, folks, just in hindsight here, what I saw out there was pretty shocking. So buckle up, grab some popcorn, and let's get to it. All right, so we're out at the range, and first off, I'm going to be shooting some 10 mil. We're just going to start, mild. Obviously, it's rated for rifle rounds, so we'll work our way up to, 556 and then 308/762 NATO, and we're just going to start off with some factory loads. These are double tap. I got some 200 grain, some 165 grain hollow point, and then some 200 grain hollow point. And here's the one that we just shot with only 10 mil. And I mean, look at how deep that divot is here. Look at that, how deep that is. Very cheap, very low grade, mild steel. There's just no way that a slow moving handgun round is going to go that deep into legit AR500. All right, we're going to put some 556 rounds through this. This is just M193 55 grain NATO. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this camera right here, and we'll see how it does with the camera behind it. Now, if this was actual level 3 legit ballistic steel, they're advertising it as AR500, it would be technically rated for this round. This is a 7.62x51 NATO, and these are out of my rifle, traveling at about 2,800 feet per second out of this 20-inch barreled Savage Model 10, and we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to put a couple of rounds through it and see if it goes through. Alright, so if this was true level 3, it would have stopped the 7.62 NATO, and as you can see, it didn't even phase it. I mean, it just cut right through, so all 4 of them right through. Flip this around, you can see how it just completely decimated that handle right there, just blew it right off. Basically, this is a total failure. So I want to show you guys this. It looks like the 308 and the 556 blew through so hard that actually it ended up cutting through 3 pieces of 2x4 right there, 2 pieces of 2x4 here, 2 pieces of 2x4 here. So I apologize to the range. I wasn't expecting this to happen. I will bring you guys some extra 2x4 next time I'm out here. This is an IOU, and that's as good as money. Now I want to give you guys a real brief look at what some real AR500 looks like. Now granted, this is substantially thicker than this stuff over here, but you can see, and this has been hit by everything, 308, 12 gauge, 556, all that good stuff a bunch of times. And it does make like little tiny dings and dents, but nothing like those deep dents like we're seeing here just from a pistol. I mean, look at that dent right there, and that was just from a pistol round. So this is just a thin sheet of mild steel being pawned off as ballistic AR500, which it is very obviously not. So there you have it, folks. You tell me, do you think that looks like legit level 3 AR500 ballistic grade steel? So this is the NIJ Selection and Application Guide 0101.06, and under here in Exhibit 9, Armor, Level, and Threat Comparison, you can see that Level 3 is supposed to handle 7.62 millimeter NATO FMJ M80 ball, which is basically a lead core full metal jacket, and you've got some bullet weights and velocities stated as the NATO standard. Alright, so after seeing the results of the range test, the buyer of this product had submitted basically a negative feedback to this seller, and they said fake AR500 NIJ Level 3 armor, tested, failed, dangerous product. Now, this is kind of, this is a response that tells me that this seller doesn't know what they're talking about. So 6mm AR500 can stop what it will stop. Can't expect to stop military/armor piercing. Okay, so first of all, military and armor piercing are 2 different things. 7.62 NATO is not armor piercing, and we shot it with basic 7.62 lead core. We also shot it with 5.56 NATO lead core in the M193 flavor. So yes, we can and do expect it to stop military ammunition, because that's what level 3 armor is supposed to do. It is the standard is 7.62 NATO. That is a military standard. Now, armor piercing is different, right? So we're talking about level 4 standards for armor piercing. But here, level 3 should be able to stop it. And the really kind of frightening aspect of all of this is that these guys are still selling this despite they were given all of the evidence. They were given the photos. The buyer actually returned one of these shields. The buyer kept one as evidence, but returned one back to them so that they could take a look at it. Basically, they're still selling these things. eBay was notified. There was a fraud claim submitted, and the evidence was submitted to eBay as well. And eBay has not taken this down. It's been several weeks now. So they're continuing to sell this product on eBay as of right now. So just be aware, folks. Now, I generally don't like to call out companies and, poke fun and talk trash. If, they made a good faith effort to create a good product, and maybe they might have fallen a little bit short here and there. I get it. We're all human. It happens. So I generally don't do that on this channel. However, I think this is deeply concerning. I think that they are selling something that could really result in somebody getting severely injured or killed. And it's deeply deceptive and dangerous. And hopefully they will pull this garbage off of the internet and stop selling it. And possibly, really, they should probably recall and refund all of these plates that they have been selling, because they are hot garbage, folks. So that said, be really careful. Buy from a reputable manufacturer, hopefully somebody that is actually specializing in making body armor. This is some truck gear company who obviously has no business making ballistic protection products, because these things suck. Let's not forget about the fact that the handles fell right off after the first couple of shots. So yeah, anyway, watch out, folks, and thanks for watching today, and we'll see you again next time at Attaga Armory.